Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we're going to be setting up January in my bullet journal. I still think this is really weird saying that I'm setting up the first month of 2022 already. This is really amazing. I mean, I literally forgot that today is New Year's Eve. My friends were like, oh my goodness, it's New Year's Eve, and I was like, what? I thought tomorrow is New Year's Eve. This is really weird, this is so confusing, but anyways. This month I decided to do a special theme, I guess. I've never seen any other YouTubers or any other Instagrammers or people on Pinterest post about this before. It's like a Chinese pre-war shop house theme. I think this is really special. As I said, I've never seen anyone did this before. I think this is a theme that is pretty different. So basically this is actually inspired by a picture where I saw it on Google, where this person did kind of like a Western kind of shop lot kind of thing. I'm not sure what to say. I mean, I kind of feel like it's really countryside, and I almost did that theme. But then my dad suggested if I Malaysianize this, actually it's a great idea. So that's why I ended up doing this theme. So it's more of a Malaysianized thing, because according to Google Wikipedia, these kind of pre-war Chinese shop houses things are more popular in the Southeast Asia, I think, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I've seen this a lot before in Malaysia, so that's why I decided to do this. It's a really special theme. So anyways, back to the point. Now we're just literally outlining the thing. It definitely took a long time to outline this thing, as well as film this whole entire thing, actually, because it literally, like, it took me 5 hours to film this video. This 20-minute video, it took me 5 hours. This is really weird, but I think it's definitely worth it. It's really nice, so I'm really happy with this. So anyways, it took me 30 minutes to outline this. It's pretty long because usually it takes me like 30 minutes to set up the whole entire spread, not just one spread. So it's really weird, but again, worth it. So you're probably wondering, why is it called a shop house instead of a shop lot? So the reason is because the owner of the shop technically lives there as well. So it kind of serves two purposes: to be like a shop lot as well as the owner's house. So yeah, and the ones I've seen before are basically downstairs is like a restaurant, and upstairs is like the owner's residence. So they live upstairs and their business is downstairs. So that's what I usually see. I don't think I've ever seen before they live and sell things at the same level, but maybe it exists. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, anyways, I was still having problems with my pens. So basically what was happening is, because I was using one pen, and then after that it kind of keeps skipping a line, so I had to change to another pen. But that pen does the same thing. It skips lines like every 5 seconds, and I have to go back, fill in the blanks, and it's like really annoying. It's taking me longer than expected, but it is okay, because I eventually found this gel pen I'm currently using right now, and this is the last time I changed my pen, and so this is the pen I used for the rest of the video. So at least this one works. Okay, but now, yes, I am still outlining this whole thing. So I speed this up to 4 times, and it's still like, I think, 5 minutes. So I hope you guys appreciate the detail that is in there. I should have simplified it, but it's okay. I like the detail in there, so yeah. So personally, for me, I think the most special part about this pre-war Chinese shop house thing is actually the windows. I think the windows is really special. It's really vintage, retro. It's like different. If you go to any other shop that isn't Chinese pre-war shop houses, you probably, most likely, you're going to see the windows aren't like this. This window is special. It's not just glass windows you see anywhere around the roadside. This one is special. It has a vibe and it is special, and you probably only, the possibilities of seeing it outside and not in a Chinese pre-war shop house is low. So yeah. I just personally think that that is the most special part for me, and that's my thought. And so for the rest of this portion, I seriously just outlined the whole entire thing. I personally think that my favorite Chinese shop house, pre-war Chinese shop house, is definitely the third one out of 3. So I think the one is special just because it has this little like gate at the bottom, if you can see. I don't know how is that safe, but it's fine, you know, the design is important, right? So I think that's really special. So basically you just have to fling it open kind of thing. Alright, so now for the title, to write January, I literally messed it up in the first alphabet of January. This is ridiculous, but it's okay. You can easily fix that with writing on another piece of paper. So yeah, now we are going to go ahead and add the details. So the details are the little board thingy on the top where you put the name of the shop. So I seriously had troubles coming up with names, but typically I see this a lot. Basically they just write their surname and say it's a shop kind of thing, and we actually call this called kopitiam, which actually literally translates into coffee shop. This is weird, but yeah, we called it that, and I have been calling it that for the whole entire life. So yeah, anyways, the same, we're just adding the details, and I'm just adding some, you know, stuff at the bottom, which actually is just the things that they sell in the sundry shop thingy. So yeah, anyways, I'm just adding details really quickly. Alright, so now we're just coloring in the whole entire drawing. So this as well took a long time, but I like how it turned out. So as you can see, I'm using colored pencils. I know I did say that I didn't like the textures of colored pencils, but there's one good thing about colored pencils, which actually is the fact that it kind of has the ability to give a lot of detail. I know I'm not good in watercolor. Also, sorry if you're hearing like some rain dropping, because it is though raining here. So yeah. Anyways, what was I saying? Right. The color pencils. So I know I said the textures wasn't what I like, but unfortunately I don't have enough markers to kind of create a good like detail for this. And watercolor, of course, I suck at watercolor. I did take classes, but I don't think it's possible for me to do it right now. I mean, I don't think I'm really good at doing watercolor with details, so yeah. So that's why I settled in with watercolors, and I think it still turned out pretty well, even though I did color some of them outline, but you know, it doesn't matter. So now just coloring in every single thing in this page. So yeah. Alright, so now on to the calendar spread. So again, it's just the typical, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm doing. So it's just my typical calendar spread, which is 10 centimeters tall and 20 centimeters wide. But then I actually changed it and made it more perfect, I would say, or at least just make it better and improve it. To be honest, the past few times I've been doing calendars, I actually didn't measure them properly. It isn't equal, so maybe this specific box might be 2.7 centimeters and the other one might be only 1.8 centimeters. I know this might be weird, but yes, if you watch some of my past Palmy videos, that's literally what happened. So now I changed it up. I think it took me also 30 minutes just to draw the outline of the calendar because I took a lot of time to go and count the centimeters. So yeah, but it's good. At least it's an improvement. So now we are doing the doodle for the calendar spread. So we need some design once in a while, right? So of course we went ahead and did continue the shop house pre-war Chinese shop house theme. So how we did that, this is our typical kopitiam food. So basically we have coffee, the bread with kaya, which is coconut spread or something like that, and butter, and as well as soft-boiled egg. This is like the typical breakfast. And one more really important detail is the cup and the plate. It has like this green floral flower design thingy, and it's just so traditional. Like, I'm pretty sure most of us seen this before. This is so typical. And of course it is toasted bread, very important. I have to eat that once a year maybe. It's just really good. It's really nice, seriously. Alright, so now for the title. I literally messed it up on the title. So yes, I am using stamps, but I still messed it up. This is me. I messed it up a lot, but it's fine. That's why I need to have a lot of ways in fixing mistakes. So basically, what happened was, I'm setting up my January plan with me, but I went ahead and stamped my December title, and it's really weird, but I didn't realize until I finished setting up the whole entire thing. So by the end of the video, you'll see me change this whole entire thing up. So yeah. Alright, so now moving on, just adding in the shadow at the back. So I didn't do that much detail on it, so I just colored the back black, so like a shadow, so you can't really see what's inside the shop or store kind of thing. Alright, so now for the next spread, which is the last spread of this video, which is actually the first weekly spread of the month. So basically I just decided to do this thing I saw on, I think, a YouTube video. So basically they just cut out these little pieces of rectangle craft paper and basically just stick them down as the little boxes for the weekly spreads. I personally think this goes really well. I mean, I personally qualify craft paper as vintage, and I mean, this spread is pretty vintage to me, so that's why I decided to do this little weekly spread. And also, as you can see, there is still quite a bleach through, so it kind of just works out perfectly and kind of covered my mistakes. So yeah, that's how it works. And it took me half an hour to cut this out, but I think it's worth it. I really like how this turned out. I think the weekly spreads is my favorite spread out of all. Alright, so now stamping them out. Oh, this is when I realized that the calendar I stamped out December instead of January, so I was really careful when I stamped out this one. So yeah, so I did stamp out January instead of December, so yeah. Alright, so now I'm again stamping out my days. So it's just Monday to Sunday. After that I realized that why did I do 7 days when the month actually starts on a Saturday. So it's weird, but yes, I completely lost track of time. Alright, so this bowl of noodles is basically a like soup noodles kind of thing, and the bowl is like a really traditional bowl. It's really traditional. I mean, with that little rooster design on it, I just personally think this is what you will see in a like coffee shop in Malaysia. I seriously have seen this everywhere, and it's just really antique, I feel. But now just coloring in. So basically the rooster is just black and red, and of course green for the little grasses again, but it is okay, no worries. Alright, so now for the final flip through. So first is the calendar. So really simple, typical calendar of mine. And then next is the cover page. I think this is one of my favorite spreads. I mean, it's really special, to be honest. It's not any simple spread. This really took a long time, but I really like how it actually turned out. And of course the weekly spread, my favorite spread out of 3 different spreads. So the craft paper look, I really love that. It covers the mistakes and just give it a vibe. And of course the bowl of noodles. That's the typical, that you need that. Alright, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!